Hey everybody, it's Dr. Joe and the girls, Remy and Callie, and today I'm going to talk about not forgetting to exercise your glutes. So I'm going to be talking about it a lot. If you just want to see some exercises on how to strengthen your glutes, you can click on the links in the description below to take you to some videos for exercising those. But a lot of people might say, hey, I already know that I need to strengthen the glutes, but unfortunately a lot of times people aren't strengthening them correctly. So I'm just going to talk about first the glutes in general. So the glutes, you have your glute max or your glute maximus, you have your glute min or your minimus, and you have your glute med or your medius. And so you'll usually hear people call it glute max, glute med, glute min, but it's a little bit longer than that. So there are several pieces to the glutes. A lot of times people will just focus on the gluteus maximus, which are these glute muscles are in your buttocks area. The med is around the side and the min's underneath that one, and then the big gluteus maximus that people always think about. But these muscles are really important to help just in general, to help with hip extension, hip abduction, hip rotation. It also really helps to stabilize your pelvis. So if you're having issues with some instability in there, really focusing on your glutes is great. And it just helps with your posture in general. So when your glutes are activating, they're helping you walk, they're helping you run, jumping, all those things, they're included. And a lot of times if the glutes are weak or if there's an injury, it can also cause pain in your knee, your hips, and your lower back because it helps stabilize everything. And so if they're not working, it makes everything else overcompensate and then causing pain there. So they're really important to work on. And surprisingly, you don't really have to do crazy exercises. When you're progressing and you want to get them super strong, you can do some other things. But I really like one of my favorites, and it works a whole bunch of things, not just the glutes, are bridges. They're a great place to start. They're fairly easy to do, and they really work on those glutes, your hamstrings, the core muscles in general. And again, they're kind of easy to do. You can modify them if you can't come all the way up into a bridge, but you're not extending your back, going into extension. A lot of times people will say with the bridging, but I'm not supposed to extend my back, but you're really just going up into a neutral position. And so again, you can click on the links in the description below to see some bridges, because again, they're some of my favorite. They're just great overall kind of workout, and they're usually very doable. Also squats. Squats are really great for the glutes. You can do them modified as well. I have some progressions with squats. You can do them at a chair. You can put stuff in the chair, so you're doing like mini squats. So it's, again, a great way to strengthen those glutes. But you can also modify them. See these glutes? Remy showing you her glutes. That you can modify them so you can make it doable for you. It's not just going out and doing squats and doing weights and all those, which you can do, but you want to make sure you're progressing to those. And then the third one is lunges. So forward lunges, backward lunges, and side lunges are really great to hit all of the glutes, because again, you don't want to just focus on the maximus. The medius and the minimus are also important as well. And so you really want to kind of get that all around workout. And so again, lunges are great. They can also be modified. You can modify it by having a target where you're not going down as far, or a couple other ways I can show you in some of the videos and the links in the description below, because a lot of times people will go, oh, well, I can't do a lunge, that's too hard, but it's doable when you modify it. So if you really want to try those and maybe even the videos aren't quite working, make sure you're always checking with your doctor or go in and see a physical therapist, because they can modify it specifically for you. I'm showing modifications, but I'm showing modifications for me or just in general. But again, if those don't quite work, go and see a physical therapist, because they can modify it for you. So if you'd like to help support my channel, click on the link up there. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking down there by Miss Callie and Bear down below. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.